Hello, this is Chris Walker here with Big Angie Fan Channel here in beautiful Hawaii, back with another one of my A to Z reactions to the superb singer Angelina Jordan. This channel is devoted entirely to Angelina Jordan because I think she is a unique talent. And I'm always trying to do two things. Help people along who are already in the journey of discovering her by providing ways that they can find her music. So if you look in the description, there's links to the 7 channels that have 99% of her music. And there's also tips for fruitful searching for other songs. And just for those who are brand new to Angelina Jordan, I'm really trying to, in a variety of ways, just demonstrate how good she is. And just reacting to a lot of it is just these reactions. Okay, now this one is, I'm reacting to Here Comes the Sun. And one thing about Angelina Jordan songs is there's a lot of them, not a lot of them, but there's some of them where it's like mildly disappointing at first, but there's like so many levels to her voice and to her phrasing and her singing in general that you start to appreciate them more and more very often if it's one that you didn't like much at first. So this one is an example of one that I haven't listened to that much, so it's going to be partly a fresh reaction. It's not just going to be review here. I mean, I have heard it a few times, but I was disappointed at first because Here Comes the Sun is a beautiful acoustic ballad, which I thought would be right up her alley. You know, you think of her, what she does with Ivan Mendes. And those of you brand new to Angelina Jordan, check out any song with her and Ivan Mendes, and you're going to see something special. But so this one, I thought it should be just with the acoustic guitar and Ivan Mendes, but this arrangement is much more of a pop arrangement. Anyway, at first, my first reaction was disappointment because it didn't really sound that much different from the original. It didn't really put the Angelina stamp on it. But I've heard from others that they really love it, and so let's see if it grows on me. I also discovered that there's 2 slightly different versions, so I'm going to listen to the different versions. This one is at some kind of charity event, it looks like, for children in Africa, something like that. So let's go.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sunshine. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
See, for me, it's still, this is just sounding too restrained. Usually there's more texture in her voice. It's very smooth, but I don't know, it's just not sounding Angelina enough for me. But I could warm to it as she gets more into it.
Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling,
The video going along with it is nice.
to the faces. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Now that's good. Now that's good. I wanted to see much more of this kind of thing.
Here we go.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be belted, but I'm just talking about more of a change to the song, because almost always when she changes a song, she changes it for the better. And so I wanted to hear more moments like that.
Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, it's alright.
So I've still got to say, I think this is one of her very few, I wouldn't call it misfires. I mean, she doesn't have any bad songs, but one that I'm still somewhat disappointed by. Just keeping it real and honest here. You know, nice sounding voice, but not spectacular sounding. Not the kind of modulation that she's like one for an example of one that she changed up a lot would be Mamas and the Papas, California Dreamin'. There, she did it much different and in a way that made it much better. But you know, she was doing a lot more different things with the song. I did like that change in the chorus. Anyway, let's see how different this other version is. I might like this other version more. Let's check it out. All right, so here is the other version. It looks like it has the same like video clips, but she's not singing it live in this one. So maybe she does more modulation with her voice. Let's check it out. Norwegian Refugee Council is what it is. Well, that sounds like a good organization.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
I'm already liking this one better.
It's alright.
Now see, there's more changes that she's doing to it.
Alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
See that? It's alright.
Sun. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
This is definitely the preferred version.
It's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
Oh, you see, now that was much better.
feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
I love seeing her in that recording environment.
Here comes the sun.
I'll provide a link to this Norwegian Refugee Council also. Well, yes, the second version was definitely preferable to the first. She was modulating her voice more. And yeah, that one's a lot more satisfying. I still feel like it's not up to the level of most of her best covers. And I think the best thing would be to be purely acoustic, like the original Beatles song. It's not totally acoustic, but it's largely just acoustic guitar. And I think an acoustic arrangement like that with more of the things that she can do with her voice. I mean, I'm not saying I don't want it to be overly embellished, which is a trap that a lot of lesser singers fall into. But in this case, I think this is one of the rare cases where it's a little bit under-embellished by her. The second version, she is doing more with it, and I like it. But yes, do this with Yvonne Mendes. Norwegian Wood would be a great one for her to do in that style. So, just being honest, it's not one of her best, but if you look at it in the context of all of her other songs, it's just, you know, another very good song by her, just not in the upper echelon. So I'm sure some of you will disagree, but I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's not among her best, because she just doesn't make it her own as much as she has some other songs. Alright, this has been Chris Walker with Big Anti-Fan Channel here in Hawaii. Aloha.
Yeah, amazing.
Sun, sun, sun.